Okay, hi. This is my first recorded video in my new house. You can see my refrigerator over here and my living room over there. I just set up my stack of books to hold my tabletop tripod up so I'm not looking down at the camera's not looking up at me, something like that. So I'm in this challenge on Facebook in a group called Pause to Pounce, and it's basically about getting content out and who's your ideal audience and things like that. So today is our first day, and she's challenged us, Amanda Leake, to post I wanted to do a video because I wanted to just riff on the topic and not have it all written down and all of that. So, plus I think it'll be a little bit, I think I'll probably get more information if I do it this way. So anyway, look at my different nails. I was trying to find my favorite colors and clean out my nail polishes. So anyway, that's me, a little random. Okay, so day one, the first question, why does it matter to them? So in this case, I'm thinking about the women who are in relationships, a long-term relationship with a man who has undiagnosed, misdiagnosed, or incompletely diagnosed autism traits, neurodiversity. She doesn't know what's going on. She's in a lot of distress. She is at her wit's end. She's exhausted. She might have physical health problems. And she's been to counseling, but none of her counselors have caught this dynamic going on either. She's also taking care of usually children that have autism traits. They're autistic or grown, not just. So in English, I don't think there is a good word for adult children. We always have to say adult children. So sometimes some of these women have adult children that they don't have legal guardianship of because they're adults and they don't have an obvious disability, and so they're struggling to try to help their adult children with autism. They may or may not be still in their long-term relationship or with the father, but she's in a lot of distress. She's not sleeping well. She doesn't have her career going because she has to manage so much of the household. So she manages the family social and emotional well-being, as well as probably other types of well-being, but I'm just going to focus on the social and emotional. So she doesn't have a lot of time for herself. So she's a little bit stretched too thinly. Like I said, health issues. She's been doing this a long time. And so she's in a lot of distress. And sometimes a medical provider might say, hey, you might need to get some counseling, or she might have some anxiety. She might have depression. She might be losing track of her schedule or missing appointments, things like that. But she's been at this for a long time, so she is tired. The second question is, why does it matter to me? Why does it matter to you? It matters to me because that was me. Yes, so I had issues with early menopause at 40, heart palpitations. I was going, blacking out, like when you stand up, like there wasn't enough blood in my brain or something, just standing up. So I knew something was really wrong, and I didn't know what it was. And I really didn't track down this phenomenon until I was in my second marriage. So that happened in the first marriage right before the divorce, and then I was married a second time. And both of those husbands, as well as a boyfriend in between, had autism traits or misdiagnosed, undiagnosed, incompletely diagnosed autism, or so we can say neurodiversity. So anyway, so I only found out, it's like my clinical, I'm a counselor, so my counseling practice also brought women like this to me, and I started tracking that, noticing it. Anyway, I'm off the topic for today, but basically, why does it matter to you? Because A, I know it inside and out. I know it personally and professionally, because then I became a counselor, and then I was helping people. We don't really get trained in counseling school for anything developmental. We're not trained, or at least my program wasn't part of the training for even asking questions about autism. It's just not part of what we got trained in. Why does it matter at all? Okay, it matters because there's a lot of women who are in this predicament, this situation, and they don't know it. Guess what? Their doctors don't know it. Their children's educators don't know it. Their children's doctors don't know it. Because on the surface, maybe their husband looks really successful. He could be a military officer. He could be at the top of his field. It depends on if the culture values what he's interested in. And if that's the case, he's, pretty black and white. If he has a good work ethic and can manage his schedule, it looks like what's the problem? Like, the woman's the problem. Like, why is she in so much distress? Why is she short? Why is she got control issues? Why is she when a rubber band stretched too thinly? Yeah. Why is she stretched like that? Why is she, yeah. So there's a lot of people that these women impact. They impact their children, and medical providers, mental health providers, educators don't really catch this phenomenon. So I'm going to say that my message is for the women who are in distress, but it's also for the providers that they interact with. So other counselors, their children's teachers. I don't imagine employers will really get this. That would be a long time in coming. It'd have to be a cultural shift in the United States, at least. So why does it matter to them? They're dying. Okay, and the short thing, I was dying. Why does it matter to you? Because I know it inside and out, and I'm passionate about it. Why does it matter at all? Because the culture is in distress. Think about it. Not only are these women ill or getting more sick if they don't know what's going on, but they also don't have a lot of support with their adult children who might carry the traits as well. So they're adult children with autism traits. I say autism traits just because some people who've never been diagnosed, they don't really understand the whole diagnosis part. And I can diagnose it, but I don't usually see the partner with the neurodiverse traits in my office. So that's why I call myself a neurotypical partner advocate. So yesterday on the first day, or it wasn't the first day, it was the pre-launch party yesterday on Zoom. I think that's right, in the group. Anyway, this is the population that came to mind while you were talking, Amanda. So I will stop there, even though it's now over 9 minutes long. But that's the day one, my 3 questions, and I'll try to hashtag it the way you want if I remember what it was. I'll go back and check. All right, thank you for asking. Bye, and for the challenge.